Okay, we are starting Unit 1B today. It's very easy. Like I said, y'all know that this is all review from math that you've taken before, so nothing's going to be super difficult. Okay, so flip over. The very first page that you actually have is page 3. Okay, 1 and 2, I'm not really sure what happened, but you actually have page 3. Okay, this page is words that you know that relate to these headings right here. Okay, so like for addition, I'm looking for words like sum or plus. It's not how you spell plus. Add. Okay, stuff like that. More than. Okay, for subtraction, we have words such as difference, minus, less than, okay, multiplication, I know y'all are thinking times, product, okay, for division, we have things like, let's see, quotient, part of, sometimes you'll hear part of, okay, for equality, we're talking about just simple things, equals, is. Okay, you'll see this one a lot. If I say 4 plus 5 is 6, the is taking place of the equal sign. Okay, exponents, something like to the power of. Squared even. Okay, just keep those things in mind because we're about to start doing, if you flip over to the next page, okay, you'll start seeing some of these words being used on this page. Okay, we have a bunch of word problems and they want us to actually write what this is asking. Okay, for example, the product of a number and 6. Okay, product means to multiply, so I'm looking for any number. I'm going to use the letter X, why not? The product of a number and 6. Okay, or, of course, you can write it like this. 6 times that number. Okay, the sum of 7 and a number. Sum means to add, so I take a number and I add 7 to it. Okay, number 3 is a little trickier. 5 more than 2 times the cube of a number. Okay, you kind of sometimes want to start at the end and work your way backwards. Okay, so we have the cube of a number, so a number cubed. 2 times that. And then 5 more. In order to be more, we're going to add. 8 less than a number squared? Okay, here's what I need you to know. If you see less than, you are going to take whatever it is talking about and it goes behind the next thing. Okay, subtraction is probably one of the most difficult ones. Okay, so 8 less than a number squared. So I have the number squared and then I subtract 8 from that. Okay, the quotient of 3 and a number. Okay, quotient means to divide. So the quotient of 3 and a number is equal to 5 less than a number. Like I said, if you see less than, you take what it is saying and put it afterwards. So I'm going to say 5 less than a number. Okay, the square of a number decreased by 7. Square of a number decreased by 7 is equal to -4. Okay, the sum of 4 and 10 times a number. Okay, sum again means to add. 4 and 10 times a number. The quotient of a number and 12. Okay, so the quotient of a number and 12 is equal to 2 times the number squared. The difference of 7 and a number. Six times a number. Increased by 8 is 22. The quotient of 2 and a number is equal to the sum of the number and 5. Five less than a number squared. Remember, here's one of those situations again. 5 less than, I'm actually going to put that after the other part. Okay, so the number squared. 5 less than means I subtract. Okay, and then actual word problems. Jana has 2 pairs of jeans. Her mom and her aunt each buy her X pairs of jeans each. Write an expression to represent the pairs of jeans Jana has now. Okay, so if she already has 2 pairs, and then her mom buys her a pair, her X pairs, and Her aunt buys her X pairs. Okay, that's what it would look like, or we can simplify it and say 2 plus 2x. John has 6 bottles of Gatorade. He sells X bottles and then buys 8 more. Okay, write an expression to represent the number. Okay, so he has 6. He sells X. I'm going to put that in parentheses just so I can get that number before I would add however many more that he buys. Okay, so he had 6. He sold X number. And then later on, he added 4 more, or added Y more, sorry. Okay, flip it over. Okay, here's some more problems where you just write out what they're asking you to do. Okay, let's go through these real quick. 5 more than a number is 17. Remember, y'all feel free to pause the video at any time. Or, these are on YouTube, so if you miss something, of course, go back and look at it. 5 is, so anytime we have an is, we put an equal sign. 6 less than twice a number. Remember that less than, you always take that and stick it behind what they say next. Okay, if 7 is subtracted from 6 times a number, the result is 10. Okay, so something equals 10. If 7 is subtracted from 6 times a number. Some of these are super easy, some of them not so much. Number 5 is pretty easy. 10 more than a number is 62. The product of 3 times a number and 12 is 20. 3 times a number and 12, so they're basically saying 3x times 12 is 20. One half of a number, you can write this 2 different ways. 1/2 of a number equals 16. Or you could even say x over 2, because that means to take half of it as well, equals 16. Either one is perfectly fine. The sum of a number and 13 is 22. Twice a number divided by 4. Okay, I know you're thinking 2x divided by 4 is 25. Okay, and that is perfectly fine. Or, I want you to start thinking about setting it up like this. Okay, where if I say divided by, I want you to put what they're asking on top first, and then the division sign, or the fraction bar, sorry, not division sign. Okay, and write it like that. Okay, because there will be a time where there's like the sum of 6 in a number divided by 4. Okay, you want the 6 plus the number to go on top, just like I did here. Oh, and we've got one coming up in number 10. Okay, 12 more than a number divided by 3 is 9. Okay, so normally you would write it like this. Whoops. 12 more than a number divided by 3 equals 9. Okay, order of operations, that's actually not correct. Okay, because this is going to divide the 12 by 3 first and then add it to there, which is not what we want it to do. Okay, so that is not correct, which is why I said to start using your fraction bar to set it up. Okay, so 12 more than a number. 12 more than a number divided by 3 is 9. Okay, the sum of a number and 3 divided by 5. So sum is to add. A number and 3 divided by 5 is 2 more than the number. Okay, again, we're not solving these for any values, we're just setting it up. $16 more than 5 times a number equals 24. Six more than 1/4 of a number is 15. 1/4 of a number, 6 more is 15. Five times 2 less than a number. Okay, we have to add some parentheses here. Okay, 2 less than a number is x minus 2. Okay, 5 times that means that we're going to take that answer and multiply it by 5. So we have to put that in parentheses. Okay, equals 17. If the sum of a number and 7, so the sum of a number and 7 is divided by 2, the result is 19. Okay, and the last one, if the sum of a number and 7, the sum of a number and 7 is divided by 4, the result is 19 more than the number.